Okay, hello everyone. Today we are going to start our very first lecture of biology, and the unit we are going to cover today is unit number 11, that is biotechnology, principle and processes. So first of all, what is biotechnology? As I said earlier to you all that if you want to learn biology, we should need to split the term. Okay, so bio and technology. Bio means living or life. Tech means techniques and logy means study. So from splitting of the term, what you got? That biotechnology is a branch in which living organisms such as microorganism, plants, animal, etc. are being used with some techniques to produce specific products which are used for human welfare. So what's the definition given in the NCERT? That is, biotechnology deals with the technique of using the live organisms or enzymes from organisms to produce products and processes to humans. So in a simpler term, if I would say, biotechnology refers to the use of living organisms or their product for human welfare. So does this biotechnology is something new to us? Think. Again, I'm saying, does this biotechnology is something new to us? No, absolutely not. Then how? Let's see. Actually, biotechnology has been divided into two branches, that is traditional biotechnology, which were being used in the traditional times, as well as the modern biotechnology. Now, talking regarding the traditional biotechnology, as you know very well that how the curd is been prepared in our home, right? जो पुराना कर्ड होता है घर पे, we will mix it with the milk and put it overnight and use it the very next day, right? So you will be thinking, इसमें नया क्या है? Am I right? And how biotechnology has been used over here? So recall the definition again of biotechnology. Bio means living. Here we are using the microorganism, that is lactobacillus, which has been present in the curd. Now next was technology, technique. Which technique we have used? Already the curd, which is having a lots of bacteria, that is lactobacillus, we added that one to a milk to get more quantity of curd. Again I am emphasizing, to get the more quantity of curd. If we get more quantity of curd, it's for human welfare, right? So now you understood that how we are using the biotechnology in day-to-day life. Similarly, it applies to the preparation of the bread, wine, etc. So up till now, whatever we have seen, it's totally regarding the methods which were carried out from generation to generation, or say as a tradition method, right? So now, second one is the modern biotechnology. Now what's new in that? Modern biotechnology includes in vitro fertilization. At present, just remember the term, that is in vitro fertilization. We will detailedly discuss this in chapter number 4. Second one is synthesizing a gene. Now what is a gene? Note it down. In a simpler term, if I would say, gene is a specific sequence of nucleotide in DNA or RNA which encode for a specific protein. So what's that? In more simpler term, a portion of DNA or RNA coding for a specific protein is called as gene. So by modern biotechnology, we can synthesize a specific gene, develop a DNA vaccine, even we can correct a defective gene. Vaccine, oh, a trending word I should say. So what is actually a vaccine, or say as what does the vaccine mean? Actually क्या होता है वैक्सीन? हाँ चलो, हमें इतना तो आइडिया है कि it is something which stimulates the production of antibody in a person's body and provide immunity against a disease. मतलब कि वो कुछ ऐसी चीज़ है जो एंटीबॉडी प्रोडक्शन अ पर्सन्स की बॉडी में इंक्रीज करता है, जिसकी वजह से इम्यूनिटी बढ़ जाती है. तो इसमें होता क्या है? Actually vaccine is nothing. It is usually the killed or weakened microorganism that is usually given by injection to a person's body to get protection against a particular disease. मतलब कि ये एक स्पेसिफिक डिसीज के अगेंस्ट में एक माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म होगा जिसमें आइदर वो किल्ड माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म होगा या फिर उसमें से विरुलेंस एक्टिविटी या विरुलेंस जीन निकाल दिया जाएगा, मतलब कि वो अब कैपेबल नहीं है कोई भी डिसीज कॉज करने के लिए। सो व्हेन दिस इज बीन इंसर्टेड इन अ ह्यूमन बॉडी थ्रू इंजेक्शन, ह्यूमन बॉडी के अंदर ये जैसे ही जाएगा, एंटीजन प्रेजेंट होगा माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म के सरफेस पे। Human body have a capacity to produce antibody against this antigen, so it would produce a antibody. So when the next time the human body is encountered with such type of the organism, antibody already produce है body में, so it will definitely kill within a fraction of second that disease. So now let's see what's the definition given by the EFB, that is European Federation of Biotechnology. The integration of the natural science and organism, cells, parts thereof and molecular analogues for product and service, one and the same. Okay, now let's get the next one. Yup, that is 11.1 principle of biotechnology. So two core techniques which enables the birth of modern biotechnology are genetical engineering and maintenance of sterile condition. So first of all, what is genetical engineering? So ये एक टेक्निक है जिसमें वी आर अल्टरिंग द जेनेटिकल मटीरियल। अब जेनेटिकल मटीरियल होता क्या है? दैट इज डीएनए और आरएनए, एंड फिर उसको होस्ट ऑर्गेनिज्म में डाला जाता है एंड दस चेंज द फिनोटाइपिक कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स। मतलब कि इसमें हम जेनेटिकल मटीरियल मतलब कि डीएनए और आरएनए में चेंजेस करते हैं एंड आफ्टर दैट वी आर इंट्रोड्यूसिंग इट इनटू अन होस्ट ऑर्गेनिज्म। सो इससे क्या होता है कि फिनोटाइपिक कैरेक्टर्स वुड अल्टर। सेकेंड वन इज मेंटेनेंस ऑफ स्टेराइल कंडीशन। स्टेराइल मतलब क्या है? हम यहाँ साफ सुथरा रखेंगे, दैट्स इट, मतलब कंटामिनेशन नहीं होने देंगे, राइट? ओके, आई विल क्रिएट अ सिनेरियो फॉर यू। वी वांट अ स्पेसिफिक प्रोडक्ट, हमें एक स्पेसिफिक प्रोडक्ट चाहिए विच इज बीन प्रोड्यूस बाय ओनली माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म नेम्ड ए। हमें एक प्रोडक्ट चाहिए जो सिर्फ माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म ए ही प्रोड्यूस कर सकता है। बट इफ वी आर नॉट मेंटेनिंग द स्टेराइल कंडीशन इन दैट कल्चर ऑफ ए, उसके साथ बी भी आएगा माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म, सी भी माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म आएगा। इफ एवरी माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म विल ग्रो लाइक दिस, then does we get a good quantity of what we desired the product, that is the microorganism A का production हमें अच्छे से मिलेगा? No, not at all. For that purpose we should maintain the sterile condition through which we can manufacture our desired product, such as antibiotics, vaccines, enzymes, right? So next is conceptual development of principles of genetical engineering. So what was happening traditionally, that when traditional hybridization were carried out in plants and animal breeding, along with the multiplication of desired gene, that is जो हमें चाहिए उस जीन के साथ the undesired gene were also being multiplied, right? So इससे क्या होता है कि ट्रेडिशनल मेथड में क्या होता था कि हम जब हाइब्रिडाइजेशन करवाते थे तो along with the desired gene the undesired gene were also being multiplied. जबकि what does the technique of genetical engineering includes? It includes the creation of recombinant DNA, use of gene cloning, gene transfer, etc. Today we are going to study all of this in detail. So let's see the construction of first artificial recombinant DNA molecule. Actually, it was accomplished by the scientists named Stanley Cohen and Herbert Boyer in 1972. So उन्होंने क्या किया था वो जानने से पहले we should understand the specific terminologies. First one is the alien DNA. Note it down. It is also said as foreign DNA or gene of interest. So from name itself, it's understood that ये बाहर का DNA है, which is not present in host organism, right? And जिसमें हमारा gene of interest present है, the gene which we require or which we desire to multiply or say as desired gene. And second one is host, the organism in which we are going to insert the foreign gene and multiply it, उसको हम host बोलते हैं। मतलब जिसके अंदर your gene of interest would multiply, it is called as host. Third one is the vector, मतलब vehicle. Vector means vehicle, जिसका काम क्या है, एक जगह से दूसरी जगह तक पैसेंजर को ले जाना, राइट। पैसेंजर यहाँ पे कौन होगा, दैट इज द फॉरेन डीएनए और से एस एलियन डीएनए और से एस जीन ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, एंड vehicle would be the plasmid. Okay, next one is origin of replication. Now what is origin of replication? In a chromosome there is a specific DNA sequence called origin of replication which is responsible for initiating replication. मतलब कि replication start यहाँ से होगा. So unless and until there won't be any origin of replication, हमारे gene of interest multiply नहीं होगा. Next one is in vitro. In vitro means within glass. Okay, so it refers to technique of performing a given procedure in a controlled environment, that is outside, say for example in laboratory. Now next one is that is molecular scissor, which is restriction enzyme. अब इसका काम क्या होता है, it is used for cutting. Scissor is used always for cutting, so molecular scissor would be also used for cutting. Next is DNA ligase. DNA ligase का काम क्या होगा, it is used for joining. So joining of what? Joining of DNA fragments. Next is cloning. The process of multiplying the foreign DNA is called as cloning. That's it. Multiplication process को हम बोलेंगे cloning. Okay. Now let's see the rDNA technology. For this, first of all, you have seen that this is the DNA molecule. Okay, we can say it has a foreign DNA, whereas our desired gene of interest, which we have to select. This one is a plasmid, which would act as a vector. And this one, say for example, yeah, this one is the restriction enzyme. तो हमने restriction enzyme molecular scissor का काम क्या बोला था, it is used for cutting. So what it would do, it would cut the DNA, this one, from here your gene of interest, and the plasmid. Both would be cut by restriction enzyme. Okay, so here you can see the cutted piece of your desired gene of interest and your plasmid. So now in Stanley and Herbert experiment, they have selected a desired gene. The desired gene they have selected was antibiotic resistant gene, but the procedure would be same, but the gene which were selected, as I said, it is gene of interest. The gene which they have selected, that was antibiotic resistant gene. So we have cutted the pieces of DNA, मतलब कि gene of interest as well as the plasmid. Now joining के लिए कौन आएगा? It would be DNA ligase. So DNA ligase will join the DNA fragment, that is gene of interest, with the plasmid. So after that, the thing which we got, it is called as recombinant DNA. Why recombinant? Because your gene of interest as well as your plasmid has been mixed. Okay, now we will introduce this into the host, that is E. coli. Now E. coli will multiply, and thus we proceed or we succeed with the rDNA technology. Now what are the 3 basic steps which we are going through? Okay, हमने जो basic steps देखा था, हमने पूरा procedure देख लिया, उसका just it is a summary. So first of all, that is identification of DNA with desired gene. हमें जो gene of interest चाहिए वो DNA को हमें identify करना है, in which chromosomes it is the gene of interest is been present. Second, introduction of identified DNA into host. हमें उसको recombinant बना के host के अंदर डालना है. Later on, third is maintenance of introduced DNA into hosts and transfer of the DNA into progeny. इसको host के अंदर डाल के उसको maintain करना है, that it won't get contaminated. Then it will transfer into progeny and we will get a lots of DNA, means lots of our product with the desired gene of interest. So this is the end of our lecture.